Minecraft server. So for this we're going to be using a very simple Minecraft server from Minecraft website and a little tool called PortMap from codingmonkeys.de. So all the links will be in the description. So first we're going to go to minecraft.net, and as I say, the link will be in the description, and we're going to download this little file here, Minecraft server.jar. Now if you're on PC, you're going to be downloading that one, but because we're on a Mac and this tutorial is aimed for the Mac, we're going to be using this little guy here. So once you downloaded that, you want to go to codingmonkeys.de. You can also Google it, and you want to go for their PortMap and download the application. So once you've downloaded all of that, you really want to put it in a folder to keep it contained, and put it wherever. So we're going to put it on our desktop, and we called it server. So as you can see, I've also got another little tool here. That's a shell command, so we'll get to that later. First thing we're going to do is open up PortMap. So PortMap, and just leave that check automatically if you want. And we're going to add a port. So the basic Minecraft port will be 25565. So you type that into there and it'll do it below. You want to leave it to TCP protocol, and you call it whatever you want. It's your name for it, I suppose. So we're going to call it demo, and we're going to add that mapping. So you want to leave it to do its mapping and just generally sort itself out, and that will generate the IPs and things like that. You can see the IPs already up there. So next we're going to go on to this little shell here, and we're going to open it in text edit. So if you open up text edit and you want to go to I'll open up a new one actually to make it easier. And you'll go to format and make plain text. Once you do that, you want to copy in this, which will be in the description below as well. You want to copy that into there, and you want to save it. But you want to save it as a .command, so demo.command, and you save that to the same place as you saved your server software. I'm not going to save that because I've already got one. And you want to have it in there, and you can see it'll be a shell, Start.Command. Now that's all running, that's fine. We can start this command. One thing before we actually start it, which I did forget to mention, which I'll mention now, this bit here, this is how much memory or RAM you're using. So for example, I'm running 4 gigs of RAM on this laptop at the moment, so I'm only going to use 3 gigs of RAM on the server, simply because you don't want to bung up the whole of the RAM on your computer, because some of it's already can be used for operating for the operating system, and also you want to be able to use your computer still for turning the server on and off. The idea is primarily to keep your computer just for the server if you're going to be running a server. If you're going to be using the same computer to play Minecraft on your server that you're actually hosting the server, other players will possibly get lagged due to this. So you want to try and avoid being on the same computer that you're going to be playing on, if possible. But of course, not everyone's able to do that. If you're not, then it's nothing to really worry about. It's just that your players may receive some lag, including yourself. So yeah, as you can see, we got it there as 1 gig and 2 gig. You can also set this to megabytes. You just want to put an M there instead, and you want to convert it to megabytes. So this one would be 2000 M, and that one would be 1000 M. So I'm going to be running 3 gigs of RAM just for the Minecraft server. So once you've done that, you want to start the command, and it'll open up a terminal, and it's going to start loading stuff. So the first thing it's going to do is open up the jar, which is the little tool that we downloaded, and then it's going to start running through all these. So you can see that it's failed to load a couple of files. That's simply because it hasn't run before. Now when it runs the first time, it will create those files, and it will also create your world, and that's what's generating here. If you actually stop that while it's doing it, it could cause corruption, so you don't want to do that. So you leave that to run and download and get ready. So that's done now, and we want to stop that. So we stop it and we close that, and do not close your terminal when you're running the server, because that will close it all completely as well. So you can see we've got several files here now. We've got the whitelist, we've got some ARPs, we've got banned players and the log, and also we've got our server properties. So we want to leave these properties as they are for the moment. You can see we got the port there, which is what we're running there, and we're going to leave the IP empty as well. So you can change some of these. So for example, you can turn monsters off if you want. You can change the message of the day, which would be the little message which appears underneath your IP address when people are trying to connect to it. And yeah, so that's pretty much ready. So if we start it again and wait for the Java to pop up, there we are. And you want to have this IP address here is what you're going to send to your friends. They're going to access the server through that IP address there. So we're going to let it load again, and it's going to be a lot quicker the second time loading it because it's already loaded it before. And for some reason it doesn't seem to be loading as quick, but that's fine. It doesn't always load, super fast. But the handy tool about using the genuine Minecraft server tool is it tells you how much memory is being used, generally what stuff's being used. So if we go into Minecraft now and we open up Minecraft, let it load, log in. Multiplayer, direct control, and because we're on this computer and we're running on this computer, we use localhost, and that just basically connects to it through itself, which is very easy and simple. So as you can see, it's loaded up the world, and that's all cool. So we can we can chat, hey, and things like that, hey. And get a bit of frame lag here because I'm running it on a pretty low spec Mac at the moment. It's not particularly great running recording and games at the same time. So we can we can add stuff to here. So we can type help if you need help. You can see that I've got there's loads of commands you can use there. So say hi, and in here you can see the server says hi. Yeah, it's very, very simple. You can use things like op spook 811, which is myself, and now I'm opt, so therefore I can spawn stuff, which is kind of like cheating, but it depends if you're on a creative server or not. So if you're using survival, you don't really want others to be opt because they can have controls that you don't necessarily want them to have control to. Commands like stop, so that'll stop the server. They can save things, they can ban people, including yourself, they can kick people, they can unban people. These are the sort of commands you don't want everyone to be able to use, so that's why opping should really be kept to yourself. You can also use things like game mode. Now game mode sets between 1 or 0. Now 1 is creative mode, so if you ever play creative single, you know what I'm on about. If not, basically inventory is filled with all the bricks, all the items that you can get in Minecraft. It makes life so much more easier if you're doing mass builds. But if you want a survival server, which will be very basic, then you don't want that. You want that to set. You want game mode set to 0 there, which is on that default at the moment. So it depends on what you're running, what you want to run. Depends on the options that you choose, like I say. So that's pretty much it. You can use different tools, different things. And the next episode I'll be doing will be on a bucket server. Now, a bucket server is much more advanced. You don't actually get this jar, you just run it in a terminal command or terminal window. But you get the ability to add plugins, which are like mods. So you can add, more commands. You can add really cool stuff. There's so much you can do with it. It's so much better than the basic one we've got now. So this is good for starting with your mates. But if you want to go up a level and you want to start with more plugins, new stuff, then watch the next episode, which would be the bucket server. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And so yeah, thank you for watching.